Hey everyone, welcome back to TechFeed. I'm Juliet Beauchamp. Yes, we are back after a bit of a break. Hope you didn't miss me too much. Today, let's talk about the giant fine Facebook might have to pay and what it will mean for its future. Stick around. Last Friday, the Federal Trade Commission here in the United States approved a fine of about $5 billion against Facebook. This is, by far, the largest fine the US government has ever issued against a tech company. This is at a time where over in Europe, the EU is fining tech companies for mishandling data and privacy violations quite often. And that's also the reason for this Facebook fine. It's the result of the FTC's investigation following the Cambridge Analytica scandal. So yeah, to normal people, a $5 billion fine seems like a lot. And even though it isn't set in stone yet, it still has to be approved by the Justice Department. It's extremely likely it'll go through. But this fine and the FTC's decision will likely leave Facebook unscathed. Here's why. Facebook's annual revenue is $56 billion. Last quarter, it reported about $15 billion in revenue. And Facebook has about $40 billion cash on hand. A $5 billion fine, equivalent to 1 month's revenue, will hardly make a dent in the social giant's finances. What would really force change in the company is if this fine came with some sort of data protection order, or it forced Facebook to change its privacy practices in a meaningful way. There's still no hard limits on sharing user data with third parties. And as a reminder, that's kind of how Facebook got into this mess in the first place. Third parties collected data through Facebook users' accounts, mostly without their consent. And while Facebook agreed to better data privacy oversight, this decision and fine does little to force Facebook to change. So this fine leaves Facebook pretty much in the same place. But around the globe, other countries have passed or are considering laws to limit the power of big tech companies. And of course, there's the European Union, which is beginning to mount an antitrust investigation against Facebook. And Facebook faces calls for antitrust regulation at home in the United States. I mean, even Facebook's co-founder, who has since left the company, has suggested breaking up Facebook. At the very least, this FTC fine shows the US isn't afraid to crack down on tech companies in some way, and it may open the door to further regulation. Thanks for watching this episode of TechFeed. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Let me know how you feel about this decision. Too much? Not enough? What do you wish governments would do about big tech companies? See you next time.